So, some of you already know what's going on with this situation, some of you don't. But I'm going to start this off with a fucking warning because this is bad. If CP triggers you in any way, you may not want to watch this video. We will be discussing someone who has made repeated offenses of defending, drawing, and posting CP, alright? Let's get into it. We'll start with how I came to know and meet him. Sometime after joining the Fruitcake Club, I remember someone introducing me to Ben in a VC. I was doing my Peter Griffin voice, a few Haloises here, a few freaking epics there. He was laughing. At the time, I thought he was decent, but something still felt off, so I kept my interactions with him to a minimum. I discussed MLP with him a few times in DMs, but really kinda left it at that. I admittedly ignored most of his messages and whatnot, and hadn't really heard much of him for a few months. Until the last week or so, when it was found out that he posted a completed version of a CP sketch which people in the Fruitcake Club told him not to post. Not only that, he initially took it down before. After that, I stood in the background observing as I wasn't really sure what was going on, until Toasty Vanilla and Toby informed me of everything. The fact that he's had a massive and expansive history of pedophilic actions, screenshots of him defending CP, screenshots of him posting drawn CP, etc., etc. It's unacceptable. Normally, I remain neutral in situations like these. I'm the Switzerland of YouTube drama when it's between people I know, but this situation is absolutely where I draw the line. Pedophilia is disgusting, and it makes me want to vomit. This entire situation has seriously pissed me off, so I'm going to cover this alongside the other YouTubers involved. Ben, you have had way too many goddamn chances. So, as many of you know, if you have a kiwi farm is made about you, that isn't exactly good. But as you can imagine, Ben has one, with 121 pages dating back to 2014. Yeah, that kinda speaks for itself, doesn't it? There's way too much for me to personally cover, and I'd recommend you check out the other video being made on the topic, because I most certainly am not the only one in on this. I'm going to talk about a few things that have disgusted me the most about the situation. There's a situation related to this that really pissed me off, that, at first, I didn't want to talk about, but I have to after thinking about it more. Toby will certainly be discussing it further, and when her video releases, I will paste a link in the comments. But essentially, Toby is privately a sex worker, and has made many efforts to keep it separate from her YouTube channel, which she has every right to do. However, someone we all knew leaked this information publicly while defending Ben and the Looney's actions, and this was absolutely unacceptable. To anyone who would shame Toby for being a sex worker, you're absolutely pathetic subhuman garbage, and I want nothing to do with you. My subs, if you guys can, I'd like you to go over to her channel and comment some words of support, because she could really use it. Now, back to Ben. This screenshot here is pretty fucking incriminating by itself. People have been calling him out on drawing clearly child characters in sexual situations. This is not taking someone like Momo Yaoyorozu, Azula, or Misty and drawing them with clearly aged up features like this. This is taking the child character and not changing anything about them, claiming they're aged up. Case in point of him actually thinking that's how that works, right here. Aged up lollies and shotas aren't a thing. I can't believe I have to explain this, and to perfectly cement this into your head, let me give a clear example of how he's doing this. This is Blossom from Powerpuff Girls. This is a clearly aged up Blossom. Now what Ben is doing is taking someone, for example, like Kana from Dragon Maid, and changing nothing about her features and keeping her size and body type the exact same, then drawing porn of her, but calling her 18. That's disgusting. He also tried deflecting criticism by claiming Kiwi Farms isn't a valid source of information, which isn't far off in some cases, but just saying that instead of addressing the actual points or taking responsibility for things everyone knows you did, while still actively defending your CP drawings is really suspicious by itself. In my opinion, pretty much everything in this situation that was sus is just blown full circle at this point. He also tries to back out of situations he created himself with his own drawings by coming up with excuses. Like, you're the one making her sexualized, not me. Are you fucking retarded, Ben? Seriously? Do you think that saying shit like that makes you suddenly the smartest person in the room? Some people have even told me that he's made excuses not knowing what he was doing, which is bullshit, because he's been doing this crap for a long time, and his DeviantArt is filled with plenty of NSFW content. If you picture cum all over a 12-year-old's face, that's on you. It's whipped cream. While she's sucking on a microphone like it's a dick. How stupid do you think people are? Seriously? People understand when something is alluding to something of a sexual nature, you dumbass. And that replying content, yeah, I think Battle Wolf speaks for all of us. Why are you looking at pictures of 12-year-old girls sucking on microphones with whipped cream on their faces? And this one, this is just, what the hell is this? All of the NSFW artists I follow have more integrity than Ben does, especially with his responses to most comments. If someone criticizes him, he brushes it off or tries to change the subject. But if someone is sucking him off about his art, or being equally creepy, he'll respond in kind. So, now before I get to Ben and his disgusting addiction to drawing nude children, I'm going to talk about what this son of a bitch personally did to piss me off. Which I only found out about recently, and almost blew a gasket when I found out. Ben, you manipulative asshole. You'll tone down your art for Teddy. And you know damn well you won't because you've been doing this for a long fucking time. The way he talked about her, the way he treated the situation is absolutely unnerving and uncomfortable. Teddy has gone through a lot, and when she found out about this stuff, she was sickened and upset. Because she'd been hurt before by disgusting people like you. The thing about what you said that's so stupid is you shouldn't be toning down your art for one person, when you have been told numerous times over the last several years to stop drawing sexualized children. You promised to Toasty, Nezzy, and multiple other people that you would stop after they confronted you. But you didn't listen. So suddenly you're just going to stop because of one person? A person who's had a history of being hurt and manipulated? Eat a dick. Also toning it down? Not anymore, apparently. Now then, for a little comparison just to show you how disgusting your art is. I saw someone retweet one of the thread comments saying that something along the lines of, oh, people just trying to cancel another NSFW artist. Well, let me do a little compare and contrast with some NSFW artists that I follow versus Ben's art. This is a comparison of the content, not the quality. This is aesthetic memes art. Let's see, what is the difference between these two images? Well, the first image clearly features a character who, based on their bodily features, height, build, and demeanor, is an adult. The second one is a blushing child staring at his you-know-what. I think I got my point across, but for the fucking hell of it, let's do another one, just to hammer it into your fucking skulls. So let's see here, in this art by C.S. Lucas, same thing. Height, body type, everything signifies an adult character in this image. This image, however, is of two underage characters, clearly not aged up, appearing as they do in the show, only now they're sexualized. The first piece in this last comparison done by Hell on Earth is the same shit. Adult body types, height, etc. And the second image... Do I even need to explain this one? Gathering these images and censoring them was extremely painful and disgusting, so much so that I wanted to vomit the entire time. And you cannot pull the excuse with this art of being naive, because you've demonstrated you know how to draw adult figures and body types on your DeviantArt. Why these specific characters do you not age up? Also, for everyone who's defending Ben, saying he's innocent, or not drawing CP, take a look at this DM between him and Toby. After calling him out for not aging up some of his drawings, his witty, amazing response was, "Who cares?" Nice job, dumbass. And not to mention that in this tweet of his, he tries to say we're the ones demeaning actual assault victims by going after him for just drawing things. You are the one demeaning assaulted children by drawing it for shits and giggles, you jackass. One last thing, remember when I said the Fruitcake Club talked to him before about this? We did. I also have the screenshots to prove it. When they spoke with him, he was on the defensive the entire time, then pulled the good old they're 18+ argument. However, they then rebounded saying that it means nothing when said 18+ characters look like fucking children. This was all regarding a recent CP sketch he had posted, an image which had recently been re-uploaded into a colored form, after saying he'd take it down. And now that we're applying heat on him, it's down again suddenly without a word of acknowledgement. I wonder why that could be. That's about all I'm going to cover. I'm done. Go watch Toasty and Toby's videos when they release. They will cover this a lot better than I will. I just needed to draw attention to this. Toby will be going into greater detail with what happened on the server,
as well as her DMs with Ben and other individuals involved.